All right, so today we're going to be talking about Chapter 5, Lesson 7. It's called Subtracting Linear Expressions. So just like with last lesson, when we were doing addition, we're going to do exactly the same thing. The only difference now is we're going to be subtracting. So yesterday, what we did was we highlighted our like terms, like so, and then we combined them. Yesterday we had 4x plus 3x. Today we have a minus sign that's in between them. So we're going to do 4x minus 3x, and that's x. 5 minus 1 is a positive 4. Next example, example 2. Same thing. Let's highlight our like terms. We have 4x and 2x. And we have a negative 6 and a negative 4. Subtract 4x minus 2x is 2x. Negative 6 minus a negative 4. That means we're going to add the opposite, if you recall from our integers chapter. Negative 6 minus negative 4 is the same as negative 6 plus 4. And if we look at this one, negative 6 plus 4, that's a minus 2. Example 3, negative 7x minus 6 minus 7x. That's a big term. So the 7x and the negative 7x are like terms. Negative 6 is all by itself. There's only one of those blue terms. So negative 7x minus 7x. Remember, that's the same as negative 7x plus negative 7x. So this is going to be negative 14x. And then I simply have a minus 6. Now, if you recall from our integers chapter, we talked about the additive inverse. And what that means is if I have 3 minus 4, subtracting anything means to add its opposite. So if I subtract 4, I'm going to add the opposite of 4, which happens to be negative 4. And the wonderful thing about this, it also works for expressions. Which means what we could do is instead of having to subtract them like this, we could change them to an addition problem right away, and then simply add them together. So let's focus on that for example 4 and 5. Now, if we look at those two expressions, 12x plus 8 minus a 6x plus 2, we can rewrite that as an addition problem where it's 12x plus 8, remember, keep, change, and then everything on the inside of the parentheses happens to turn into its opposite. So 6x turns into a negative 6x, a plus 2 turns into a minus 2. So now that we have this rewritten with addition, we can go ahead and highlight our like terms. 12x and negative 6x are like terms, and then an 8 and minus 2 are like terms. So now I can simply add these together. A 12x plus negative 6x is 6x, and 8 plus negative 2 is 6. And then last example. Again, we're going to practice rewriting these as an addition problem. But if I rewrite this, negative 5x minus 9 stays the same. we change the subtraction to an addition, and everything inside turns into its opposite. So negative 6x turns into a positive 6x, a minus 1 turns into a plus 1. I can now highlight my like terms, negative 5x and 6x, negative 9 and plus 1. So negative 5x plus 6x is x all by itself. And negative 9 plus 1 is a minus 8. All right, that is the end of Lesson 7, dealing with subtracting linear expressions. If you have any questions, please let me know.